Don't be afraid to give up the good to go for the great. John D. Rockefeller. A mighty wind blows through the sails, propelling the ship of life toward brighter horizons. It's like letting go of a sturdy branch to reach for the sweet fruits atop the tree, where the light and flavor of true success await. Abandoning the safety of the familiar, though good, is an act of courage, like a fledgling bird leaving the nest to soar into the vast sky. This saying is an inspiring call, like the dawn peeking over the mountain, igniting in us the desire to surpass limits and explore boundless potential. It radiates positive energy, like a shimmering river flowing through a valley, reminding us that sometimes letting go of the good opens the door to the greatest things, where we find the fullest, most radiant version of ourselves. I cannot change the direction of the wind, but I can adjust my sails to always reach my destination. Jimmy Dean. A radiant lighthouse in the misty sea, guiding the ship of life through unpredictable waves. It evokes the image of a resilient sailor, undeterred by opposing winds, skillfully adjusting the sails to harness the wind's power and move forward. This saying is a song of flexibility and will, like a river winding its way to the vast sea, reminding us that no matter how harsh the circumstances, we hold the power to shape our journey. It spreads positive energy, like sunlight piercing through dark clouds, igniting the belief that every challenge is an opportunity to hone wisdom and resilience. By adjusting our mindset and actions, we not only weather the storm, but also reach the shores of our dreams, carrying a stronger, hope-filled soul. Believe you can, and you're halfway there. Theodore Roosevelt. A guiding star in the night sky, kindling hope in the hearts of those taking tentative steps toward conquering their dreams. It's like an invisible bridge, spanning the gap between doubt and success, reminding us that belief is the wind that pushes the sails forward. When you believe in yourself, like a seed sprouting in dark soil, you plant the strength to overcome countless challenges. This saying is a vibrant melody, like birdsong greeting the dawn, sparking positive energy and urging us to step forward with courage. It whispers that as long as you hold fast to belief, you've already crossed half the journey, and the destination, though distant, is gradually emerging in the radiant light of will and hope. To handle yourself, use your head. To handle others, use your heart. Eleanor Roosevelt. A river with two banks, where reason and emotion blend to guide us through life's twists and turns. It's like a fire in the hearth, both powerful to illuminate personal decisions and warm to nurture the relationships around us. When facing yourself, reason is a sharp compass, helping you analyze, weigh, and find the right path, like a hunter navigating a deep forest. But when connecting with others, the heart becomes a golden bridge, where empathy and sincerity dissolve all distances, like sunlight melting ice on a winter's day. This saying radiates positive energy, like a bell ringing through a valley, reminding us that the balance between intellect and compassion is the key to living a fulfilling life, both grounded in self and deeply connected to the world around us. Too many of us are not living our dreams because we are living our fears. Les Brown. A mirror reflecting souls walking life's path without daring to lift their heads toward the horizon. Dreams are wings, but fear is like invisible chains, binding those wings so they cannot take flight. People fear failure, fear ridicule, fear the rough road, and so they choose safety, retreating to a small corner for shelter. But safety never breeds glory, and comfort never touches greatness. If we live only within the cage of fear, our entire life becomes a dull loop, like a bird with wings that never dares to soar against the wind. Remember, fear exists only in the mind, while dreams lie ahead. Those who dare to step beyond fear will find their own sky. And isn't life most beautiful when we dare to live for what our heart yearns for? Do what you can with what you have, where you are. Theodore Roosevelt, a torch lighting the way for those hesitating to take a step. In life, we often complain about lacking conditions, opportunities, or support. But you don't need to wait for everything, because right now, with the hands you hold and the ground you stand on, you have enough to begin. A tiny seed can still grow into a tree, as long as it dares to take root in the soil where it's sown. A single drop of water in the desert can still save a life, and a small action today, if persistent, can become a towering mountain tomorrow. So, instead of waiting for the perfect moment, start now, for this very moment is the best starting point for your journey. If you want to make your dreams come true, the first thing you have to do is wake up JM Power. The alarm clock rings through the morning mist, stirring the soul from lingering dreams to step into the journey of reality. It's like the first rays of sunlight piercing through the window, awakening the seed of a dream sleeping in the soil, urging it to reach for the light. Waking up is not just opening your eyes, but igniting your will, like a ship raising its sails, ready to cross the vast ocean to reach the shores of aspiration. This saying radiates positive energy, like a cool breeze sweeping through a field, inspiring us to leave the comfort of illusory dreams, stand up, and start acting. It reminds us that every dream, whether grand as a mountain or simple as a flower, can only bloom when we dare to step out of the slumber of hesitation, carrying resolve and radiant faith. If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. John Quincy Adams, a torch blazing in the darkness, not only lighting your own path, but also kindling the fire of aspiration in others' hearts. It's like a mighty wind, lifting kites to soar high, igniting dreams, and spurring action in hesitant souls. A leader, through this saying, is not someone standing atop giving orders, but a gentle river, quietly flowing and nourishing barren fields, helping them bloom. Their actions, like stones cast into a lake, create ripples that spread, inspiring others to dream big, learn tirelessly, strive fully, and grow remarkably. This saying radiates positive energy, like sunlight filtering through leaves, reminding us that leadership is not just about guiding, but about planting seeds of hope and unlocking potential, transforming those around into brighter versions of themselves. Leadership is not a position or a title. It is action and example. Cesar Chavez. But the truth is, like the sun, it doesn't need a sign to shine. Through action, its light naturally spreads. Leadership is when you dare to walk ahead on rugged paths so others can see your footprints and follow. Leadership is when you dare to bend down to lift others up, not just sit on high issuing commands. A true leader doesn't build power through words, but through steadfastness, courage, and character shown in every small daily act. Like a candle, it doesn't need to shout or boast. By quietly burning bright, it's enough to guide those lost in the dark. A true leader is the same. Their dedication, compassion, and noble aspirations are what inspire others to willingly follow. So, if you want to become a leader, don't rush to seek a chair or a title. Start with a small act, a kind gesture, a courageous decision, Because leadership, after all, is not the position you hold, but the inspiration you sow in others' hearts. The best leaders are those who listen to their inner voice and follow their heart. In this noisy world, where applause and praise can blind us, the greatest strength of a leader is not power, but the ability to listen. Not just listening to others, but more importantly, listening to oneself. That inner voice is like a lighthouse. When storms rage, when the ship of life sways, only the light within is steadfast enough to guide the way. Great leaders don't follow the crowd or get swept up in fleeting glamour. They turn inward to their heart, where sincerity, conscience, and courage reside. Following the heart doesn't mean acting blindly, but daring to live true to one's core values. It's making a tough decision, not for personal gain, but for the common good. It's a handshake that's not just an agreement, but a bond of trust. A true leader is like a conductor. They hear not only the music from the orchestra outside, but also the clear rhythm of their own heart. And it's that heartbeat that creates the most authentic symphony, drawing others to follow. So, to become a respected guide, practice listening. Listen to understand others, but first, listen to understand yourself. For the heart, through the ages, remains the truest compass on the journey of leadership and humanity. The key to successful leadership today is influence, not authority. Ken Blanchard. A lamp illuminating the path of leadership in a new era. Authority may compel people to follow, but influence inspires them to walk alongside willingly. A true leader doesn't need to raise their voice to command. They plant a belief, a living example, and the collective naturally gravitates toward them. Like the sun that never demands the grass to grow, yet through its light and warmth, all things find life. Influence is what touches the heart, sparking empathy, respect, and loyalty. Things mere authority cannot buy. Leading by influence is the art of connection, the ability to make others feel valued, and together create a journey greater than themselves. And it's there we find the secret to enduring leadership. A true leader must face the music, even when he doesn't like the tune. Woodrow Wilson. A metaphorical painting of responsibility. Leadership isn't just about being celebrated on stage when joyful music plays, but standing firm amid the harsh notes of challenge. Sometimes, life's music is hard to hear. It may be opposition, failure, or tough decisions, but a true leader cannot turn away. They must bravely listen, find the rhythm hidden in the rough notes, and turn it into strength to move forward. Like a conductor who cannot choose the score, but can inspire the orchestra to play with all their heart, a leader must learn to turn adversity into a melody that guides others. That is true strength. To face, adapt, and lead, even when the tune grates on the ears. Leadership is the art of getting someone else to do something you want done because he wants to do it. Dwight D. Eisenhower. It's not about imposition or rigid commands, but the ability to touch the heart, ignite desire, and make the collective's wishes voluntary. A great leader is like a sower. They don't force the seed to sprout, but create fertile ground for it to find its own reason to grow. Then, action becomes not a duty, but a belief and a yearning. That is the power of leadership's art, making others see themselves in the shared goal, so they walk the path with pride and full dedication. There are 3 essentials to leadership: humility, vision, and perseverance. 3 pillars upholding a sturdy tower. Humility is the foundation, keeping the leader grounded, free from the illusion of power and open to listening and learning from others. Vision is the guiding light, leading the collective through darkness, seeing the bigger picture beyond the present. And perseverance is the wings, carrying them over obstacles and challenges without giving up midway. Lacking any one of these, the path of leadership becomes unsteady. But when all three blend, the leader is not just a guide, but a flame of inspiration, helping the collective go further than they ever thought possible. The real test of leadership is how well you function in a crisis. Tracy. A mirror reflecting the true essence of leadership. For when all is calm, anyone can appear composed and steady. But in the storm, when the ship sways, the true strength of the helmsman is revealed. A crisis is like a fire testing gold. It burns away pretense and reveals inner strength. A great leader not only stays calm themselves, but instills peace and resolve in the entire team. They turn panic into order, fear into motivation, and challenges into stepping stones for growth. For in the toughest moments, leadership ceases to be a title and becomes the trust others rely on. A leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. Maxwell. Knowing the way means having vision. They see the destination, the path the collective must take. Going the way means they don't just talk, but lead by example, walking ahead with action and commitment. And showing the way means they inspire, guide, and support others to stay on course, ensuring the collective doesn't lose its way. A true leader is like a lighthouse. They see the shore, stand firm through storms, and shine to guide the collective ship to its destination. Leadership is not just standing at the front, but living in the hearts of those who follow through wisdom, action, and care. They inspire trust and movement forward. If you want to be a leader whom people trust and respect, you must be a person of integrity. Tracy. Leadership doesn't begin with a chair, title, or power, but with your character. Integrity is the foundation if it's missing. All talent and wisdom crumble like a building without roots. A leader may be skilled or clever, but without honesty and transparency, trust will gradually fade. And once trust is lost, no one will truly want to walk alongside. Integrity is not just a promise, but a way of life. Doing what you say, keeping your word even in hardship, and placing the common good above personal ego. It's integrity that makes others willing to follow you, not out of obligation, but from heartfelt trust and respect. The speed of the leader determines the speed of the pack. Lukas. In a wolf pack, the alpha not only leads the way, but sets the pace. If it's strong and bold, the pack surges forward with vigor. If it's slow or hesitant, the pack is held back. In a team, too, the leader is the compass. The speed at which they learn, act, and show spirit sets the standard for the entire team. A leader cannot expect the team to break through if they themselves remain stagnant. To make the team soar, the leader must be the strongest bird, daring to lead and break new ground. For it's the speed, determination, and vision of the leader that decide how far the pack can conquer.